Hi guys, I have made another video similar to this, but this one's more of a, I love the idea of it, I cut it, I just want to know how to put it together. So my other video was more of a craft along and a chatter. This one is definitely more of a, I just need to see how it goes together. So nice, quick, fast, show me. So these little pieces here are the centers, the little stamen, the little fingers of the flower, and these are the bottom petals. So the bottom petals, let's move this. The bottom petals have a little star that's cut out, and you want to push those in. I've made mine quite a bit smaller. In the last video that I did, I had taken the flower down to 35 centimeters, so that the actual image in the canvas, in the Design Space canvas, the total image size was 35 centimeters wide, which is half this, or it's well below half the size of what it comes up as. So if you made it full size, you'd end up with quite a large flower. But at this size, I've gone even smaller again. So we're pulling these ones out. That's the top of my cardstock. This is the back of my cardstock. I'm pulling them to the back of my cardstock. I'm very much a visual learner, so having these little videos, and I noticed there wasn't one for the Waratah, so I thought I'd pop one up. Okay, so we are just popping this one here on top of here. There we go. And we can use the weeding tool to pick our little triangles out. Okay, so what we've got here is that's the top and that's the bottom. When we put them together, the flowers, the petals are off-centered. So we'll just grab some glue and we'll glue these up quick. Just as a size comparison, this one's coming up at around 3 1/4 inches wide. So these are tacked together. And you can leave those for a moment. You can hold just carefully and curl these ones in now if you like. It'll be easier to do it now than when you've got the petals in. Good. So there we go. And I'm going to use just my pen because my hole's not big enough for my finger to go through. Push that, there we go. So this will make the stalk of our petals, and now there we go. So for these bits, we are going longest to shortest, and we're lining them up. We'll pop these in the little hole. The little hole here, the little tap. We'll put this in here. So that's the right side of my cardstock and that's the wrong side. So I'm going to curl just the top quarter of each petal. So just the top quarter, and I'm curling towards me. Because these are very delicate, I'm going to use my thumb to push them over the end of my scraper. So my thumb and the cardstock are staying flat, and this is slowly moving past. Once they're all done, I'm going to just briefly use that score line. So what I've done is I've folded along that score line, and then I'm going to fold it back. This will just give me some freedom at the end when I'm shaping my little fingers of my stamen into the hole. Okay, so starting, now that we've got it all nice and flat again, starting from the longest end, using my quilling tool, I'm just going to holding it together, just testing if it's the right size to go through, and it is. So I will glue. You don't really want to use hot glue because, as you can see, this little center is quite tight and any extra bulk would be a problem, whereas when you go larger the centers become quite more open. And then this one is the Waratah that's made at size that Cricut suggests, or the Cricut image comes at, and it's got quite a large gap in the middle. I would say that's probably the same size as a cling wrap or a paper towel roll. Okay, so now I've got that tacked down, and I'm using turbo tacky so it dries pretty quick. What I'm doing is I'm just using the ball of my hand just to push it down, and the score line that we loosened up when we folded our little fingers of our stamen backwards and forwards, that's giving us the ability to go out as a bulb. So some of those center ones, they would be coming quite sharply turned. Yeah, okay, and then we can stick our Waratah bulb in and glue that into place, and then you can pop the leaf on. The leaf just goes at the bottom. And at this point, once it's all glued in, you can decide whether you need to curl your petals more or not. I like to have some curled up, especially these tiny ones will be tighter curled, whereas as they get bigger, the outer petals would drop. So as they get bigger, the lower petals will actually start to fall away. Okie dokie, that's it. Now you've had a look and you know how to put it together, go forth and make that beautiful Christmas wreath with the Waratahs. Have a lovely afternoon, guys. See you.